that is where we're going to start tonight is with Phelan because I feel bad because he had to sit through 3 hours of combat last week very
It's all
patiently, and I
good. It's
appreciate
all
it.
good.
So we'll start with
I'm not
you.
mad.
You said we got a long rest over here, this other group, right?
Yeah, everyone would have gotten their long rest.
Beautiful.
So Phelan, admittedly, you're a little, at least in what Phelan has been doing, a little bit behind in the timeline. So
Hmm.
if you want to just kind of move forward a few days, saying that you've been doing research, that's fine. Or if there's anything you'd want to do within those few days.
I would just want to investigate more. And you remember Mr. Sourface, that
Huh?
we were talking with? Mr. Sourpuss, the one who didn't really want to talk to us very much.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. The other guy late in in like the study area, the research area. Yes, who refused to really tell you anything. Yes, I do remember. I do remember him. What would you like to do?
I would like to I would like to so I'd spend my time kind of still investigating some more. I would
Hmm.
do I would do some bare minimum testing of anything if Aegis needs it. Bare minimum, just enough to not be too weird. But I would like to, help out around, investigate some of the research materials that are around, just kind of trying to
Okay.
see if I can figure out what's going on. But I would definitely like to be very intentional about trying to get closer with Mr. Grumpy Pants
Mr.
that we
Grumpy
spoke to
Pants.
last
All
week,
right.
and just kind of like I know that I'm not going to get in with him very quickly, but I would like to get a little closer. Actually, that all of that, but before I start doing all of that, I would like to go to Aegis the day after that night that I
Okay.
met him.
Yeah, sure. We can do that.
Mhm.
So how do you this just
Also,
like
I need to move over to this insurance.
huh?
Okay, sorry. I got no, sorry. I was running an insurance quote for myself with Progressive.
Okay. I was like,
I have,
Phelan has insurance?
sorry, I have State Farm, and this one's a lot cheaper than my State Farm, so I'm
No,
may
you're
have to
good.
move.
You're good. I just got confused with it.
Oh, good, no good.
I would say because it's the next morning, I'd say Aegis would be the one to approach you, asking if you're ready to continue on with the research.
Uh, Say that one more time. I totally blanked.
Aegis, in the morning, Aegis approaches you and asks if you're ready for the research, like ready to continue research.
Yes, yeah, yeah, yes, I guess, of course.
Well then,
Sure.
let's get started.
Yeah. Yeah. While we're getting ready, I had a quick question. Insert name here. Because I forgot his name from last.
I forgot his
I I spoke with uh Jim.
name. Did I write it
Uh,
down? I did
okay. Anyway,
not.
I
Continue.
spoke with so and so last night. Some uh, I'm not exactly sure what he was working on, but it seemed very interesting. He seemed very, in depth in his work, and um, honestly, if I'm being honest, looked like he could use a little help with it. Not necessarily that he can't do it, but it would look like it would be done faster. And so, uh, well, he was not eager to let me help out. He said that something that you would have to tell him specifically. So I was wondering if you would allow me to assist him in his research.
Ah, yes. I know of him. He's actually, he's been around here longer than most. Almost as long as I have. Um, Trust me, don't worry about him needing help. He's very capable. In fact, I'd say you're helping him as much as you can already.
Oh,
So,
I'm sure that I'm not saying he does need the help, but I would like to help him.
well,
If I'm gonna be here, I would like to be a part of a lot of the main research that goes on here.
absolutely,
And I'm
man.
as far as I can
Absolutely.
tell, his is very important.
Yes, and so is yours. And in fact, well, things will probably be picking up now. So if you have extra time, then by all means. But you might not have that extra time now. Things are gonna get
That's
pretty busy for you.
Well, that's fair. If I understand, if I don't have the time, then I won't do it. But if you wouldn't mind letting him know that I can help him with his things,
Yes.
I would appreciate that because
Yes,
I want to make sure I'm helpful.
I can let him know.
I appreciate it. So,
Anyways.
shall we get started?
Yes. Let's go grab a shard and keep doing our research.
Very well.
As you walk off and pick up a shard from his office and continue in your research. And then I guess now would be when you want to do all that stuff that you
Yes.
talked about previously. All right.
Yes.
For all that
Now-
inclusive. Yeah. Sorry. Continue.
One thing I'll say for the research with the shard is I would give whatever information I might glean from it. I'm going to be giving very minimal information, just enough to not be lying to him.
Okay.
But I'm not trying to further the information we're getting too fast.
Right. So roll me an Arcana.
Oh, where are my dice at? Dice. That is a 16.
16 for
Arcana.
yeah, for Arcana. Yeah, so thankfully you don't really glean much from that first session that you have. Not much extra.
Perfect.
I'll say occasionally, probably like once, maybe like twice a day, you're able to kind of get that same effect you got from that one time.
Mhm.
But still no new progress, pretty much just the same thing that you got. And so yeah, thankfully you don't have to hide anything because there's really nothing to hide.
Mhm.
Now, in regards to all the stuff with Mr. We'll call him, I don't know, Book Sniffer for right now. Roll an investigation for all the kind of stuff you want to be going to through there.
22.
22. All right, so how exactly do you want to kind of like broach, whatever the word is, this kind of
Broach.
broach. Thank you.
Mhm.
Broach this whole idea of like trying to either get to know him more or understand more.
Well, now that I have, as far as I can tell, Agus's, blessing to work on
Mhm.
this, I'll obviously take advantage of that and try to, work with him with his things. And so I will, any free time that I'd have, I'll go to him and be like, "Hey, what are you working on?"
Yeah, so
And
I'll
like
say
basically anything, and like press him for things to help him with and like to get myself involved.
Mhm.
But attempting to make myself likable to him.
I'll say every night or so, like late, he's still up there, he's still kind of doing his research. You'd pop in your head, you'd pretty much say, "Hey," ask what he's working on. He again would pretty much not tell you until you made it known to him of like, "Hey, Aegis has like I have Aegus's blessing."
Mhm.
In which case he would probably grumble a bit, but then give you very minute details.
Mhm.
Pretty much, he would say, I guess we could have completely RP'd that. I just thought of that in my head, but it doesn't matter. We'll do
Fair,
that.
fair.
We'll do that later.
Yeah, I would
But-
I would like to like press him with like questions, but going at it from like looking like an inquisitive mind, coming at this trying to get more information just to understand things better, like somebody who's just interested in figuring it out.
Right. So I say the first night he'd kind of accept, okay, you have Aegis' blessing, but then kind of brush you off and say, tomorrow night we'll do it.
Mhm.
And then the next night, you're approaching, right?
Mhm.
And you hear, as you're approaching, kind of going down the corridor, you hear multiple voices coming from his desk.
Mhm.
And they're kind of, in a more hushed tone. But as you approach, you hear the two voices, one that you recognize and one you do not recognize. One being the person you've been trying to, get more information from, and another unknown voice.
Mhm. And I won't. I'll make sure to stay back at it like a little bit.
Okay.
Just kind of like within earshot,
Yeah, and
barely.
kind of straining your ears a bit, trying to listen. You hear
Mhm.
the unknown voice say, "Just tell me, how close are we? And then the other man will, and then again, still hushed voice. Listen, the weapon is almost ready. Aegis and I just need a few more tests and a little bit more time, and it'll be ready. Okay? And the other guy sounding impatient. Fine. But keep me updated this time. Don't just leave me in the dark. Okay? That's fine. And then you hear footsteps leaving.
I'll I'll kind of like make it look like I just showed up and like,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll walk by and uh sure I'll be carrying something. I'll just like kind of walk up with somebody like, well, all right, you ready to get started?
Oh, it's you again. Yes.
Of course it's me.
Go ahead. He kind of just gestures you to like, he kind of like pushes some books to the side, gestures you to put them down.
So, what are we looking at tonight?
Well, as my current topic has been, I'm looking at how pretty much magic affects the body. And how different, body can react to different things. Obviously, as you probably know, there are things such as magic ability to heal, magic ability
Hmm.
to do harm directly to the body. Um, I'm
Hmm.
I'm looking in that and seeing pretty much how the like what exactly is happening to the body because most research has just kind of hand waved it as magic as most people do nowadays. But
Hmm.
we obviously want to know more. So
Of course, of course. On roll insight, is he trying to cover anything? Just making
okay,
sure.
roll it.
23. Just just the sound of the clink.
um, you can tell he's not necessarily hiding anything, but he is definitely not telling you everything.
Okay, yeah, I figured so. Oh, well, I understand that most people would, but I know that we're a little different, and so I feel like this is something that's a subject that's fairly studied at this point. Why the sudden extra interest in it?
Well, Aegis is wanting to um learn more about it. I'm sure you've heard of some new research going on recently with alchemy and trying to boost people's uh boost people's magical abilities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, a question. Since when has that been? When did that come around being a thing, and why?
Oh, I think it's whenever Aegis got that new recruit and took him under his wing, gave him that assignment, and all of a sudden blew up and wanting to learn more about it. And so that's about when I started. I'd say it was about a month ago, about maybe a month and a half. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. I got you. I got you. This new recruit is he like involved in all the research, like even down here with us?
He's been down here a few times. Not too much. He's a student at Aegis's college, so
Mm, I see. I see. All right. Well, what have we been able to gather so far?
well, it seems that magic, especially those that affect the body, have interesting properties that we've observed. Here, as he kind of picks up a book, this is the best example I've had. Gets another book and stacks on top. By cross-referencing these two, I've been able to find that, well, a certain magical link kind of occurs between the person using the magic and the person receiving it, so to say.
Hmm.
It's very similar to the same kind of magical link that people use to cast magic, but outside of that, not much more is has been discussed. It's like I said, most scholars have seen some relation, but just kind of hand waved it.
Hmm. Hmm. I see. I see. Well, what are what are we currently gonna do to try to verify things? I know that we cross-referencing old texts and studies is good, but
Well,
what do we think next steps are?
that's what makes my job so difficult. It's very hard to test when, well, it's kind of illegal to do human magical testing.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yes.
Well, why are we? If you will, okay. Let me put this out there then. Are we doing any sort of animal testing on this with this?
No, no. Angus doesn't think it'll work the same way. Animals and humans are different when it comes to magic. Makes you think, you know? How much are we missing out on?
Could be a lot, but
How much more could we learn?
we probably could learn a lot. But I mean, as you know, laws are laws for a reason.
Indeed.
However unfortunate they may seem.
Well, you're right. We're not in control of this country, so all we can do is just do our best.
Hmm.
Anyways, gestures toward the books. Read up.
Of course, let's get started. I'll make small talk with him, obviously, as we go through this study. As we go
So
through.
you just read the books. You kind of see the same references and relations that he mentioned. A little easier to spot now that kind of you're primed to see them. But outside of that, after reading those books, it's gotten late. He finishes up, wraps up, and goes off to bed.
Mhm. You do that. Yeah.
Anything else you want to do?
Think. I would try to think of how to get a message to them.
Message.
Oh, I'm gonna head up to the library for a minute before I.
To like the library of like the
Yeah, the regular library. I'm gonna
facilities. Yeah.
actually Alinar's like where Alinar would keep his items, his things, something that he'd see every day
His
when he
items
gets
would be in the lab, like up
Yes,
the.
that's yeah.
All right.
Basically, like wherever he is going to like go to whenever he like comes in. So I don't plan on. I'm not leaving the college right now. I just want to go to where his like desk would be, where he would see if he
So
came in, or he might see something.
you've seen him every time you've seen him work. He's been in the laboratory, right?
Mhm.
Which is where it's technically I say above because there's a stairs leading downward.
Mhm.
But it's above where you've been working so far, and
Mhm.
so that's where you want to go. All right.
All right.
So you head out. And you kind of start walking through, and you make your way through the facilities. It's dark. It's late. There's really not any foot traffic around, so your footsteps just kind of echo through these stone halls as you
Mhm.
make your way up and through the facility until finally you're in that kind of grand entranceway, kind of foyer area that you remember coming into for the first time, and the staircase leading upwards. And so you walk up to the staircase, begin climbing it, and it is dark. Like there are still a few kind of like small lanterns and flames kind of giving a dim light to the hallways and areas that you've been walking through. This is just
Mhm.
completely like pitch black as you walk up these
Okay.
stairs.
I'll light a flame in my hand so I can
And
see.
so you kind of light a flame in your hand and you start walking up, and you see something that's confusing you. Probably confusing to you. Cuz you walk up probably about 10 seconds, and in front of you is a flat, smooth stone wall.
Mm. Look at it. Just reach out, touch it, and
It's it's solid.
I'd like to roll an Arcana check. See if this is like
All
this
right.
wall put here by magic. That's only a 12.
12. That's still enough. It's not magical. This stone is the same stone that's around you.
Hmm. It'll walk back down the stairs slowly I'd like
Okay.
to see if there's an illusion going on here.
All right.
Roll another Arcana for that. 11.
11. None that you can find.
I'm gonna I'm gonna walk back down to the main area, and then I'm gonna walk to Aegis's office.
You're gonna walk to Aegis's office.
Yep.
All right. So you walk. It's dark inside.
Could you
I'd
turn
say
music just a tiny
I'd
bit up?
say yeah. Sorry.
Bit.
Um.
Perfect.
I'd
I
say
was like, Carter, I don't
there's
know how to
a
do it.
there's a dim light from inside. Like you can see it underneath the doorway. There's like a very dim light.
I will. Hold on one second. Sorry. 2 seconds. All right.
You had to get the screen
I'm
cap.
sorry. I'm sorry. I just looked down and I just see Carter with this giant thing in his mouth. All right. Sorry. So I see there's a little light under the door. You said,
Yeah, there's a faint light underneath the door.
Carter, you're gonna get the thing stuck in your mouth. All right. Faint light. I'll extinguish the light that I have,
Mhm.
and then just kind of walk up quietly and just kind of sit there and listen for a second.
Roll perception.
I am going to. I got a 10.
A 10.
Mhm.
All you hear is just kind of some light scratching of like pen on paper.
I'll give it a light knock. 2 knocks.
So, and as the scratching stops, you hear a little bit of movement until you hear a chair kind of scrape against the ground until the door opens. Phelan, it's quite late. Is everything all right?
Yeah. Yeah. I just have a quick question. Where's
Yes.
the door?
Door? Well, you just knocked on it.
Aegis, I mean the door to the upstairs.
There is no. Do you mean the college?
Yes. Yes, the college. That's what I mean.
Kind of takes a deep breath. You tried to leave, didn't you?
No, I don't want to leave. I was actually gonna go grab myself a book up there. I was gonna leave a note for Alinar. I'm gonna wish him luck on the first day. I kind of feeling a little sentimental just being home, but I found the way blocked by a wall. I mean, I understand we do have some very important stuff down here, so I can understand if you're taking precautious measures.
Yes. It is a security measure. You see, after previous attempts to extinguish us, I found it be safe if well, let's say there were only certain requirements to leave. One of them being myself. You should know by now my skills in teleportation.
Yes, of course, I do, of course. But if you wouldn't mind, I just wanted to go up there and leave something for Eleanor. But if the way will be unblocked in the morning, I can just do it then.
No,
You know what? In the morning, I could just speak to him then. I forgot. I can just speak to him in the morning.
I can escort you tonight. I assure you, you'll find the same difficulties in the morning.
Aegis, since one of you installed these security measures, because they weren't here when I first got here.
They were there when you were here.
Mm-hmm.
You just never noticed them or never saw them as per design.
Aegis, if you try to force me to stay here, I will not help you with any of this research anymore. You do understand that, right?
Yes, which is why I'm telling you this. If I wanted you to stay here, I would not have answered this truthfully. Additionally, I am offering to escort you out and escort you back in.
I know what you're offering. I understand what you're saying. But this also means that you're the only way that I can get in or out. Which means
Not-
that
Not the only way. It would be quite the impractical, that's the word, impractical method of entrance if I'm the only one that could get people in and out.
yet you're the only way that I know of how to get in and out.
Yes.
You see what you can see what I'm saying, correct?
I do. Phelan, I hope that after everything we've done, everything we've been through, and how much I've invested in you and helped you, that you would at least trust me a little bit when I say this is for your own good.
And I wish, and I would hope, that you would understand that after a year of being out doing what I've been doing, you could understand myself being cautious and a little bit more strategical in making sure that I'm not held captive of sorts.
Yes, yes, and I assure you, you are not captive.
You don't trust me to stay, is what I'm saying.
Well,
There's no reason
trust
for
given
you
is
to
trust
leave.
received.
And I have trusted you, have I not? I stayed. I could have left back in the beginning, but I could have not stayed here and helped you work on this.
This
Yet
is,
here I am.
yes.
Look, I'm planning on working on this, but you gotta be careful. I want to trust you, Aegis, and I do. But I don't want to have to deal with things that are going to waver my trust in you.
I understand, and I'd like you to also understand. I need to trust you as well.
Very well.
Phelan, how long have you known those friends of yours?
Well, you know the answer to that.
Yes, it was minorly rhetorical.
I know.
Do you remember? Do you remember when we talked about you joining that task force?
Of course,
Yes, you wanted to help
I still
provide
do.
security. Yes, I believe that, and that's what I respect so much about you is that you're selfless. Phelan, when was the last time you actually helped the Jaded Wilds?
Well,
I heard about the things with the undead attack quite a while back,
mhm.
and yes, that was very, very noble of you. You did very well in protecting. But outside of that, from what you've told me and what I've heard, it seems like the Ninasaran government has put you on wild chases across the lands. While
I think
beneficial, yes. When was the last time you helped the Jaded Wilds? Did what you set out to do?
you might be right. It has been some time since we've set on our initial reasonings, but I feel like you, of all people, should understand that our priorities have shifted a little bit. We're not only helping the Jaded Wilds now. This has become much bigger.
Yes, which is exactly why I need you to stay here. food for thought. Would you still like to leave a message for your brother?
Yes. Well, no, I could just see him in the morning. If you'll permit me to go up there and speak with him in the morning, then I'll
You
just do that instead.
You do not need to ask for permission.
Very well. Yes, I'll just wait till the morning. For some reason, I just didn't think to do that.
Yes, absolutely. Well then, you have a good
I'll,
night.
you as well. But Aegis, one last thing before I go.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I'm down here and I can't leave, and I understand that I'm trusting you to stay down here, but can't protect me or any other people from me by leaving me down here. That won't end the right way.
I understand. And please believe me when I say it is for your good, but you will not be down here forever.
I trust you, Aegis.
Kind of nods. Good night,
Alright.
Phelan.
Good night.
And Phelan,
Yes.
remember, what is the most important thing you can do right now?
I would say research, of course. Learn.
Well, you must have forgotten the, take a leap of faith.
I know, Aegis. That's what I'm
Aegis
doing.
Smiles and nods. Have a good night. Retreats back into his room and closes the door.
And I will walk back to where I'm staying. I will set up, once again, my usual alarm system.
Mm-hmm.
Then go rest.
All right. In the morning, Ikley.
No.
You stir awake with a hard stone roof on your back, the sun
Feels like home.
in your eyes, and as you kind of stretch and kind of wake up, you realize someone's standing right next to you, and it's not Eitri. Kind of bending over, looking over you, and you just hear, "You guys are weird."
Says
As-
the person staring at me as I'm sleeping.
Well, you're the one who slept on a roof.
Why are you on this roof?
As you look over and you'd recognize it as what is her name? Kiri, the student that you met during your quote unquote orientation tour.
This girl here. Hey guys, I finally found our group. Yeah, no. Oh crap, I don't know what to do. No one else is with me. So what are you doing today?
Well, I was going to go to class here, but I see that you have decided to guess sleep on the roof. Have you are you still coming to this college?
Well, we haven't really decided yet 100%.
Okay. Well,
We're thinking about it.
Well, if you're still wanting to consider, there's actually an event happening, a presentation, a few days from now. It's gonna showcase some of the research, the group that I mentioned, that I invite,
Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna present on some of the research they've done, and from the students here, and well, it's supposed to be a big whole, look at what we can do.
Okay. Can I invite other people, or is it just
Oh,
like
absolutely.
exclusive to just us? Or okay.
It's
let me
a
get back to
campus
my
event.
group. I'm sure they'll love to join me. So,
Absolutely, absolutely. Is the guy who had the headache okay?
yeah, he just does that.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
find him later. It's totally fine.
Find him? You don't know where he went?
No,
Oh,
this is Eitri that's laying here. He'll get up later.
I see. Well then, I hope you can find him. Do you need me to, contact the authorities? Tell anyone about him? Be
Nah,
on the
we'll
lookout?
find him. It's totally fine. This is not our first experience with this, so we'll find him.
Okay. Well,
But thank you.
yeah. Um, yeah. So the event will be tomorrow. So, yeah. I mean, just follow the crowd, and you'll probably make your way there.
Gotcha. We will try to be there. Thank you.
Okay. She turns around,
What'd you do? Fly off the roof?
crawls into a hatch like on the roof, and kind of climbs
Oh,
down a ladder.
fancy. Okay, whoever is there, I guess I'll just assume they're with me now. I guess we'll just go try to find the rest of the group.
All right. How do you want to do that?
I'm just gonna walk around campus, I guess.
Walk around campus?
That's all I got. I
All
don't think I
right.
have anything else. I don't have any of those. I don't have anything else to use for that, sadly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Those traveling. You all wake up. You've done your shifts. And you start, packing up camp to continue. It's about, probably half day, like 10-hour journey left to the city. You snuff out the fire, pack things up. Karu kind of looks around. Well, everyone ready?
This is like the rest of the party, right? This
Yes.
is everyone else?
Yes, this is everyone
Cool.
else.
Ah. I guess.
Where's, where's the prisoner?
Oh, he's just kind of sitting on the ground. Not too
I'll
far
walk-
away, but separate from the party.
I'll walk over and I will check over all of his bindings and then re-gag him, like tighten the gag.
He just kind of sits there, just going as you do it. Waylon goes, "Oh, don't worry. I double checked it before my shift ended."
Let's just say I don't trust you that much. And I'll
Fair
just
enough.
keep going through and checking this stuff.
Fair enough. To be fair, I only met you,
Hmm.
about a day ago. So you keep going, Lizard Man.
It's off, blind boy.
I don't have the bandages and the blindfold anymore. These guys, it's okay. I don't... All right. Well, if we're done insulting each other, let's hit the road. As you make your way back to the path and begin walking. I'm assuming similar formation to previous travels. Karu in the front, and then pretty much everyone else in the back. But Waylon in the far back, coming up the rear. And so, after some traveling, if no one has anything specific to say, you'll eventually arrive, kind of on the outskirts of the city. And as you approach, sitting on kind of like a stump of a tree, you'll see someone familiar. You'll see Herschel sitting there, kind of waiting.
Ah.
And as you
Have
approach,
I met Herschel before?
you have not.
Good.
Then he'll kind of he's just flipping a knife. He'll put it in his belt. About time you guys showed up.
About time you got the bounty cleared.
And who are you?
Oh, I'm the guy that cleared the bounty that you all had.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, from when we killed that pussycat.
Yeah, that guy. My
Oh.
boss. Anyways, point is, I worked on my magic. Okay. All the bounties taken
You have
down.
magic too? Does everyone have magic these days?
A lot of people
Oh.
do, but not everyone. Regardless, all the bounties are taken down. All right. Nobody's gonna be coming after you, unless, and he pulls out like a small little crystal. Unless I use this.
Why would you do that?
Okay, don't get me wrong. It's just my own insurance, okay? You made me the promise that I would be able to see my old buddy Sin if I took out this bounty, okay? So, if y'all just lied to me, I break this, and the bounty's back on, this time over all of Ninasara. So unless you want every bounty hunter within this country coming after you, you better have told the truth.
Of course.
Are you a fan of your head, friend?
No, but if I break this, it doesn't matter if I still have my head. Y'alls are gonna roll.
You're willing to die over this?
Kind of shrugs. Don't really have much else of an option. Y'all would have killed me either way.
Well, good thing I don't lie. Slap him on the arm and let's go.
Okay. Puts the crystal back into his pocket. Well, where is he?
In the city.
All right. And he'll kind of start to follow behind you guys a good distance, like following you, but definitely not part of your group as you start walking through the city. So, you're back. Where do you go?
We're back.
Back in the city. Where do y'all go?
Can you say the name of the city?
Sedai.
Okay. I could not remember
City,
which
but
city we were at.
Sedai. We went to village. The village.
The village. of
Village.
Sedai.
Well, yeah, but
Oh, the
Sedai
village.
is just city.
Yes, I know.
Wait, no, hold on. No, that's not what it was.
Well,
next
next,
we're
place,
gonna
Today.
next place we're gonna go to is Toween.
Toad.
Oh my gosh.
Sedai.
Wow.
So wait. So if they were at the village, does that mean that I'm underneath the courage?
That one.
College?
Oh, call.
Orange.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I guess we go to that place that Aegis brought us all to when we first got here.
Hey, you guys are forgetting something.
What are we forgetting?
Aegis is the
forgetting.
one who sent this guy to kill us.
Did he?
Yeah, he literally told us that.
Mm.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So, the college is probably not the best place to start poking our noses around. He'll know something's up, and that could put Phelan in danger.
Or Phelan's already in danger and we have to go right now.
Yeah, just Phelan.
That may
That's
also-
what you told me the other day. I don't know how you knew that, but you did say that.
I did?
Yeah, you used telepathy to talk to me and with your brain magic.
Are we forgetting about anyone else?
I hate you.
Didn't you all heard him too, right? The guy who talked in your head and gave you that message.
I heard. Frick. What's his name? Nate's character's name.
Sen?
I heard Sen. Wasn't it Sen?
Yes.
Yes, I'm just
I
laughing
heard
because
Sen.
it's funny.
Sin couldn't be that smart.
Nate, if you're listening, I'm sorry.
Of course, I'm the one who told you. just like Tombstone said.
Oh, are you saying you told him?
He told me I told him. I'm always on top of it.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Tell me, where did I say we need to go next?
That was funny.
I think we need to get a message to Phelan somehow. Get him out of the
Ah.
college so we can sit down and have a chat.
I've been preparing for this, remember? I spoke to you in your head.
Hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. He starts stomping on the ground. He said, "Message received."
Huh?
I don't know why, but I think that smells like a lie.
I heard his voice in my head say, "Message received."
It was said message. That Phelan?
Yeah,
Alright. Well, let's
That's
go
what I
wait
heard.
for him. Where did you tell him to meet us?
I don't know. He responded kind of weird. I just said, "Hey, where do we need to go?" And he goes, "Message received."
Well, that doesn't help us at all. Send him another message.
No, that was a lot of effort. I'm kind of tired now.
Where?
You
Okay.
have a headache, huh?
Alright, so we gotta find another way to get a message to Phelan.
I know. I wish I clarified the first time.
One with more specific details about when and where we're gonna meet.
I practiced all that time and only had to say message received. It's really ticking me off. He didn't know how to teach me magic.
Yeah, Phelan's a dick sometimes.
Hmm.
Oh, he's great. He just doesn't understand how things work.
Well, he uses magic, so it can't be that great.
Well, I use magic.
No, you don't.
Don't
We talked
start
about
this. Don't start this.
That was literally the last 3 months of our life, or last month of our life.
Oh yeah, I was just shaking your chain.
What chain?
Wait. All right, I'm getting itchy. If I get too itchy, I'm gonna kill this guy. So
I start scratching your back.
How many days were we out of the city?
3 days, 12 hours, and 20 minutes.
3 days.
12 hours and 20 minutes.
If I remember correctly, didn't we have sort of appointment today?
Appointment.
yeah, there's that guy at the bar. But do we need him anymore?
Well,
Oh, I forgot.
I'm
Yeah.
going to go talk to him because he was the informant that I had last time I was dealing with the Fulcrum. And, well, I'd say we have unfinished business, but it's really just more of a closure thing, I guess.
Yeah, let's finish out with that.
So
That's a great idea.
you can
Sure.
all try to telepathically talk to Phelan. I'm gonna go there.
No, I'll come with you. Phelan's not answering.
All right. As he turns and starts heading in the city.
Thunar's just going. Thunar's becoming schizophrenic and he doesn't know it. He just thinks it's magic.
No, do you know when you like can recreate someone's voice in your head?
Thunar's just imagining so hard.
He's like,
Thunar
like-
discovered imagination.
but Lunar didn't know what to do, so Phelan said, "Okay."
That's so...
So who's all following Karu?
I will.
Garo, hold on. 2 seconds.
Yeah,
Do
what's
we
up?
wanna take this piece of garbage with us for this meeting?
Kind of shrugs.
Yeah, we would go to the police first.
I don't see why not.
I
Or
mean, I ain't
whoever's in
turning
charge
him
here.
into the police.
Oh, that's what we were doing. What we're doing? How will he get justice?
Don't worry about it, Dudar. We'll make sure he sees it. I don't want to really guard him around town. I feel like that's a bad idea.
Okay, so what would you suggest? Outside of
Jail.
killing him.
That's why I'm asking. I
Not-
don't know what to do.
Not
but
yet.
I don't think it's wise to take him around town.
That's
Obviously, we
fair.
need him to help convince Phelan that Aegis is evil. But besides that, he doesn't need to be wandering around, giving him plenty of chances to, break out or escape or do whatever the
So,
whatnot he does.
you want to find a dark alley, put him there, and put someone on watch?
More or less.
I'm assuming you have something in mind.
I mean, finding a dark alley and standing watch, yeah. I don't got much else than that. I got a polearm and a...
We'll find
And
a dark alley.
Yeah.
Havel,
Yes.
you watch the prisoner. Tombstone, you come with us.
Why does Zavel get the...
Okay.
What?
I apologize, but hope you understand that I don't necessarily trust the two of you being alone in a dark alley for an extended period of time.
Yeah, but you're gonna need Havel where you're going. He's got all the right questions to ask.
Okay,
Could
you're
always
right.
ask him questions.
I'm just the muscle.
And I want the muscle there in case things get dirty. Thunar, how about you watch the prisoner?
It's kind of boring, but okay.
I can watch the prisoner. I don't mind.
Don't worry. I won't even blink.
I feel
Don't
like you should blink.
I don't understand what. There's a simple problem, a simple solution. You leave me with the prisoner in a dark alley, and you go ask this guy the questions.
Tombstone,
Figure out what happened.
I'll look at you. Can you promise me you will not hurt him?
No, I can't.
Hence why I cannot leave you two alone. I
What
can
if he
send-
tries to run?
Like I said, then we can stop him. We can kill
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I can't promise that I can't hurt him, because what if he tries to run?
You can look at the prisoner. You can watch the prisoner with Thunar.
But you said you needed muscle, so Thunar's obviously got to go with you.
Fine, you can
I
watch
think
him
it
with
would-
you can watch him with Briar.
Sounds good.
Unless
to
you'd
me.
rather have Waylon come in.
Briar is acceptable. I'll take Briar.
Okay. Good to know.
As he passes you, Briar, he's gonna put a hand on your shoulder. Don't let him do anything.
Okay.
Unless, of course, he's justified. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I'll try. Gets a little out of control sometimes, though.
Alright.
It's gonna be okay.
Well, you go find
I
a dark
drink it?
alley. Go watch him. Points at Tombstone. Unless your or someone else's life is in danger, don't touch him. Briar, make sure he does that.
Okay.
I'm hoping I can get this informant to come and see him and tell us anything more that we don't know. Alright? Fantastic.
Understood.
As he'll turn and walk toward the exit. Not exit, what am I trying to say here? Just keeps going the same direction that y'all were going.
Ish, so emotional. What a drama queen.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
So are we going?
I know you made
Yep,
the right
so we're
choice
going?
in using Thunar. Come help you. Yeah.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I remembered you can detect or sniff lies. I want you to be able to use that here. He lied to me once, I'm not gonna let him lie to me again.
I see. Ah, I am the perfect Goliath for the job.
Havel,
Yes.
gestures towards your hip. Those things loaded?
Always.
Good. I'm hoping you don't
Okay.
have to, but we might need that quick hand of yours.
Understood. Why would we have to exactly?
Let's just say he's an interesting fellow. An interesting person.
Define interesting.
Manipulative, lying.
Oh.
Might
So
try
types I've worked with before. Okay.
Absolutely.
I can almost smell him from here. It smells awful.
Well then, as you approach the entrance to the place, let's hope he's here. And you open the door. And, it's about mid-afternoonish. So there's some people, not super busy in this kind of same kind of lounge restaurant area that you've been in. The same bartender from before is there, and he gives you a greeting as you walk in. And off in the corner, sitting, surrounded by 2 guards, one on each side, with chains connecting from the guards to this person. You see someone quietly sitting there, just with his plate out in front of him, slowly slicing and eating food, just very methodically and calmly.
Do we have an image of this person?
I did not have time to make one.
What's he look like?
An older fellow, bald head, probably like a kind of half beard on his face, all white hair on his face. That is, definitely more frail looking. Not ragged clothes, but not super nice clothes. Just pretty like, it looks. That definitely feels underdressed for like the other type of people you've seen dress and come to this place. But yeah, and he's kind of just sitting there with a very calm demeanor as he's
And
eating his
he's.
meal.
You said he's chained to guards?
Yeah, so there's like chains going from like his legs to the guards.
Okay. Who else is with me? Or is it just me?
Oh, it's you, Thunar, and Karu, and Waylon.
Okay.
As
That's
Karu
his sight.
starts walking toward him.
Divine sense.
Divine sense. What does that do for you? What does that do again?
Anything affected by the Hallow spell, location of celestial fiend and dead within 60 feet, not behind total cover, etc.
So far, what is the etc.
A period.
Okay. So that's it.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Cool. Safe.
Hmm?
I'm safe, yeah.
Oh, you're safe. Okay. As Karu starts walking toward the man. And as you all approach, he's just sitting there, eating calmly. And as Karu kind of comes up and takes a seat, he slowly looks
Zone of
up,
truth.
sees everyone. Zone of truth, you say?
Yeah, right as he looks up at all of us, like right after he lays his eyes on all of us.
He fails.
Charisma,
Yep, he fails.
15. Okay.
Looks up. Hello again. It's been a long time, Captain Karu. Looks back down, continues slicing and eating his meal.
Did the guards succeed or fail?
Oh, I forgot about the guards. That's a good question. What's the DC?
15 charisma.
1 saves, 1 fails. I'll say just for ease,
I
the
know
right
which
one.
one.
Yeah, the right one saves, the left one fails.
This is the right one can only lie, and the left one can only tell the truth. Nah, just kidding.
I see. I see they let you. Just kind of gesture towards the guards. They still let you. They still have these guys following you around. The man just kind of gently shrugs, puts another piece in his mouth. It's okay. It's not all that bad, especially after the incident. Looks back down to his meal.
What was the incident?
Carl looks. He's talking about what happened about 4 or 5 years ago. You see, I used to, if you didn't know already, I was part of the Arid Order. And
Oh, that incident.
yeah,
Was part of the Arid Order.
I was tracking the Fulcrum. This man, as he gestures towards who you now recognize, or would now know as Graphis, this man was my informant. He was a person feeding us information that we couldn't find on our own, and that we used to get inside information. He told us the location of the Fulcrum headquarters as the college in this town, or in the city. Well, long story short, I was told not to engage and to wait for further information to verify that that was indeed the location. I thought we had enough, so I acted on it. About 137 civilian deaths later, I'm kicked out of the Arid Order, and investigations are launched, and he, as he puts his gestures towards him again, Graphis is put behind bars for intentionally misleading our information. Though he claims he told the truth. I believed he
Did you?
lied. The man says, I told you what I knew. Looks back to his meal. I thought he was lying until Aegis himself said, walked toward the college, and, well, it all made sense again. And we were right. I believe that now. So, he looks back to Graphis. I want to revisit some things that he asked before. And along with some new questions, as he looks back to you, if you have any. I'm sure you do.
Are you referring to me?
I was talking to both of y'all. Or he was talking to both of y'all.
I don't guess I have any at the moment.
Okay. Well, then I'll start.
I am blanking on questions today.
What do you know of Aegis trying to kill us? Kind of looks up. I know nothing. That's as much news to me as I'm sure it was news to you. Keeps cutting. Takes a bite.
That was truthful, right? Because he's in the zone
He's
of
in
truth.
zone of truth. Yes.
Right. So he told the truth there.
Can you repeat it? Kind of cut out a little bit for me.
He cut out for me too, but
Oh, sorry. It's probably my amazing lodgings Wi-Fi. He said
No, it's mine.
he did not know of it. It was as much a surprise. That news is as much a surprise to him as he
Okay.
sure as was to you. What makes you think he's trying to kill you?
He tried to kill us.
Personally?
he did send someone to kill us.
Send someone.
He sent someone.
Oh. Kind of puts down his his silverware. Now this is interesting. Who did he send?
Do we have his name?
No.
Okay.
I'd
Great
leave
question.
I'll leave it up for Kara to tell him. To describe him if you wanted to.
We don't know who he is, but we have him in custody. He's a man. These two, as he gestures towards Thunar and Havel, they engaged him, so they would be able to describe him better.
He spoke.
He did speak.
and
Powerfully, that is.
Well, I speak, Graphus says. What makes him different?
He spoke and you saw visions of horrible things or nightmares.
Oh,
He played with your mind.
I see. So, old Aegis finally figured Shien out.
Shien?
Yes. It's an old magical method. Dealt with people's emotions. So I'm sure you felt angry, sad, maybe even happy.
Hmm. Why was Aegis trying to figure this
Shrugs.
out?
I don't know. It was more of a side project of his when I was there. He had bigger things, bigger ideas when I was there. Seems as though he eventually figured it out. Probably taught it to someone.
And you have no understanding of why he would try to figure it out.
Oh, I'm sure he just wanted the same reason why he does all other things.
Which is?
To reform the Ninasaran government. I mean, has Karu not told you anything?
Has he told me Aegis wants to do that?
Not explicitly, no.
He wants to reform the Ninasaran government. Why?
Well,
Does he want to be at the helm? Does he want to lead it?
not necessarily. You see, Aegis and, well, the Fulcrum in general, I was part of the Fulcrum, so I held this view. Still hold this view. They feel limited by the laws and other such taboos that, in their opinion, prohibits magical research, magical discovery.
Laws like what?
Not being able to experiment and test on humans and people.
On humans? Interesting.
Different types of, techniques, such as Shien, being outlawed and pretty much banned, forced to be forgotten. They believe that, well, if there were no bounds on things like magical research, that it would benefit the world greatly. I believe that. Until, well, they wanted to start dealing with experiments that could kill on people. They said it was for the greater good, and while I agree, a lot of things could come from it, I do not like that risk. Hence, why I began talking to Karu here after he tracked me down.
What does he need the Ceruleans for?
Ceruleans? He's still on that horse.
If there were a horse to be on, then sure, metaphorically.
Huh. Well, that confirms it, I guess.
Is he experimenting on the Ceruleans?
Yeah.
Lovely.
You see, he was, I heard word that Ceruleans had been going missing for some time, within the recent month or so. And so, well, to get another jab in at Aegis, because, well, he's the reason, as he kind of gestures towards his chains, why I'm like this. I hired some people to kidnap the Ceruleans before he could.
You were kidnapping the Ceruleans?
I mean, he looks just towards the guards. I wasn't. I'm curious. Leans forward, putting his hands together. Where did this person find you?
Is he
With
talking
the
to me?
ceruleans.
Oh. So you found... Kind of looks a little embarrassed. My people. The guys I was paying to kidnap ceruleans.
Yes, they're quite bad.
They weren't the best bunch, but you work with the money you have. Well then, things are starting to put in place. As he kind of leans back, and Karu also begins to nod. I'm curious, can you figure out what's happening? I'm kidnapping ceruleans to keep Aegis from them. Some man sent by Aegis comes. I believe you found yourself at the wrong place at the wrong time. Well, I suspected it was Aegis who was kidnapping ceruleans, and this all but confirms it. I must ask, why were you concerned about these ceruleans?
He's got my favorite,
Your favorite?
a friend of mine.
Who's he? My people?
No.
Oh, Aegis. Well, if Aegis is as desperate to kidnap ceruleans, and he has your friend, well, have you begun arranging a funeral yet?
So what you're saying is we need to get there soon.
If he's not already
We
dead.
need to find Phelan.
Well, it's also his favorite, so the room. Yeah.
Because my only guess is that he's using ceruleans to test his weapon.
Weapon? What weapon?
And then Karu speak up. The weapon that made me investigate the fulcrum to begin with.
What does the weapon do?
We don't
Obviously,
know.
Kills. Okay. So it's time to leave.
All we did was we interfered communications between the fulcrum, saying this weapon would finally be able to reshape the entire Ninasaran government.
Real quick, since I don't know how much time has passed, can I make an Arcana check to see if my spell's still going, or would it just?
Oh,
know that?
your spell's still good. How long does it last?
Okay, like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine. Okay.
I'm going to start leaving. I'm tired of yapping.
Good luck, as he waves you off. Any other questions?
Say you were about to go head on to this. What's the top 3 things you'd want to know?
If I were to go head on into this, as in to stop it?
Sure.
Top 3 things I want to know? Well, I want to know how... Well, if I'm going into this, I'd probably be going up against Aegis. I'd want to know how he lost his duel 5 years ago. That'd be interesting.
To who?
Oh, you didn't... Do you not know? Oh,
I am from nowhere. Please enlighten me.
well, you see, Aegis almost had the seat of Archmage. Well,
Dirty dog.
as far as I can tell, there's some political maneuverings happening. People didn't really like each other, and there was a tie as who was to get the Archmage. Either the long-standing and upright Aegis, or a new hotshot named Isha. To settle it, they had a duel. Whoever won got the seat, and well, with Isha being the titled Archmage, Aegis lost. I'd like to know how he'd lose if I was going up against him.
I would too, but assume that's off the table.
Yeah, I doubt you'll ever be able to get in touch with Isha. Well, I'd say
I
that would
wish I
be
didn't make
that'd
the
be number one
conversation.
thing I'd want to know. Number two is well, I'd like to know where his headquarters are.
Are they not?
Kind of just throws up his hands. That's where I thought they were, but apparently, according to Mr. Captain here, it's not there. I guess lastly,
he's-
I'd want to know what the what choices I have for headstones. Maybe a marble one. Or is that too bold?
Nothing's too bold.
I like the way you think. Grabs his silverware, kind of gestures toward you, and looks back down at his meal and begins eating again. Karu gets up. Come on, let's go.
So Aegis is just on our way out. It's just on a power-hungry, weapon-building rampage because he lost.
No. I think, well, maybe. That's not that bad of an idea. I think that he probably gave up on this weapon idea or hit a roadblock until he got his hands on the shards. And now he's trying to get it to work. And I'm thinking he's hoping Phelan can help him. And test it on Phelan, because, well, if there's any Cerulean who's going to be resistant to magic, it's Phelan. So if it gets him, if it knocks him out, it can knock anyone out.
What does this weapon do?
Shakes his head. I don't know. I don't really want to find out.
If he's testing it on Ceruleans, you mean it injures a specific group of people?
I don't know. He might be testing it to specifically on Ceruleans. It might just be the best people to test it on. There's just not enough for us to know.
Your friend spoke nothing but the truth.
Kind of smiles a bit. You didn't smell anything?
Nothing recent.
I don't know if that's comforting or even more terrifying. Briar Tombstone.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, here we go.
So they get out of eye shot, out of earshot.
Yeah.
Oh.
I look over to Briar.
Good morning, Nate.
Oh, Briar,
Yes, Tombstone.
what do I gotta do to get you to look that way and close your ears for about 5 minutes?
What do you want to do to this guy?
Briar, I think we both know what I want to do to this guy.
Just tell me.
I'm gonna kill him.
Oh, that's no fun.
Of course, I'm gonna make it look like he was got loose from his bonds and escaping as I kill him. But I'm gonna kill him.
Why am I in this situation?
You know, Briar, I've been thinking recently.
Oh
You know.
no, that's never
Uh,
good.
Lots of thoughts been going through this noggin.
Uh-huh.
And Tombstone will pull out a little business card that says Crimson on it. You see, when this first showed up, I thought, must be me. Ain't nobody else.
Uh-huh.
And then I started thinking. And thinking, and I remembered somebody else who is a master of stealth. And
Karu?
somebody else who is handy with a knife.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody else who is a little bit crimson.
Who would that be?
I'm looking at somebody with red hair right now, aren't they?
I'm gonna turn around and pull the same thing I've done before. Mm-hmm. What exactly are you inferring, Tombstone?
I'm saying that this here advertisement for this assassin named Crimson. I'm thinking this might be you.
That's quite the accusation you have.
It is. And you know I sniff like a bloodhound. So if you don't want me to keep looking into this, you'll turn around. Close your ears.
You don't even need to blackmail me. I'm gonna let you do it.
Let's just say this is for a double insurance. You get one thing on me, I get one thing on you. Mutually beneficial.
It's not me, so I have nothing to lose regardless.
Sure. That's what you'd like. What you'd like me to think, wouldn't it?
Tombstone.
See, this is Tombstone. I put off a facade of stupidity, but clever when it counts.
Listen, buddy, you've been through a lot of emotional things recently. You've been sleep deprived.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're always thinking at maximum capacity. I don't think you're stupid. I think you might just need a little bit of a rest. You're seeming a bit paranoid right now.
Paranoid, you say. I might be a bit paranoid when I'm standing next to somebody who can speak and put me into a coma. Yes, I'm a bit paranoid. And I think that the best thing I could do right now is to protect my tribe. And if I want to do that effectively, I have to remove this man from the picture. I don't think he has anything more to offer us. The longer we keep him around, the more chance it is that he hurts us.
I need not look away and cover my ears. You do as you will. I'll keep my mouth shut.
I was just trying to give you some plausible deniability.
I don't need that.
All right. I will turn to this masterfully crafted character that you have so lovingly thought out. This genius idea about
one job.
speaking with power and creating emotional response. You know, but he's just too dangerous to be left alive. I'll look at him and I'll go, "Ha! Any last words?" Psych! And bring the halberd down at his neck.
Roll the hit, I guess.
I'll roll with advantage since he's restrained. Yeah. That's a natural 20.
Oh, good me.
Sorry.
Are you dead?
And you
You
lob his head off.
Easy.
Wow.
I'll apologize out of character, Seth. I'm sorry. I know that you had
I made contingencies for this reason alone.
that, but like I just I,
bro
We're
knew
too
to plan ahead for
paranoid.
Tombstone.
Don't apologize.
I'm not,
You made
I'm
a
not
paranoid
apologizing.
party.
I'm not apologizing for what my character would do legitimately.
I
Um,
love that
betrayed our
Seth made a
trust
contingency
afterward-
many
plan for
times.
Tombstone.
afterward, I would like to take like a piece of like metal or something that I like a buckle or something, and like fray the rope, like behind his hands, and loosen the gag on his mouth, and then kind of prop him in a position to where it looks like he's further down the alleyway and like escaped or was beginning to escape, and then frame this crime scene to give myself an excuse.
Roll deception.
You got it, boss.
Oh no, you'll never believe it. The assassin Crimson came through here and took this guy out.
That's a 14 deception check.
All right.
Can I help him?
Sure. Roll it with
So I
advan-
can
So roll again.
Roll again.
Take the highest.
14 is still
Yeah.
the highest.
14 still the highest. All right. Oh gosh, the people in this
Morgan
building are
caught.
about to. Anyways,
That's about to yell at me in character.
You think
the
it's
second
just
time
you.
I've heard Seth get mad.
It's not in character.
Gonna use a card to vent his frustration.
Wouldn't be the first.
I think you need to plan for
I
Tombstone's death.
can't hear Spotify.
oh,
I
because
can't
I,
It's
paused,
paused,
I paused
buddy.
it. My bad. My bad. We hit
He
the
needed a
we hit the end
moment.
of the playlist. That's why.
Restart it. Restart
And
it.
then the last thing I'll do before they get back is I'll take the little business card that has Crimson on it, and I'll just like throw it on the ground, and I'll burn it. I'll catch it on fire and I'll burn it.
Means
Ah.
nothing to me.
I
Cinematic
know
style.
you think it means nothing to you, but it means something to Tombstone. He's keeping his promise, showing that he won't pursue that business card any further.
Like there is no other evidence that you have. So I'm chilling.
Oh yeah, he
All
has
right.
zero evidence. It's just a hunch.
Tombstone's like, I'm such a good blackmailer.
So, Karu, Thunar, Havel, and Waylon, you are all walking through the streets to the place where you were, or where you part ways with Tombstone and Briar, and starts looking around and saying, "All right, let's find the alleyway they dragged the prisoner to, and let's hope he's still alive."
I've got a bad feeling about this.
What do you have a bad feeling about?
The alleyway.
Well, the sooner we find the alleyway, the sooner we can get there. So, I'll assume you didn't go too far.
No.
I'll
close.
say you all kind of break up to try to start looking for it, and I'll say Thunar. Actually, no. Havel, you find
Ooh,
the alleyway,
dang it.
and in front
I
of
found
you,
it.
and in front of you, you see a decapitated body. And
Tombstone is sitting cross-legged, with his halberd over his lap, polishing it.
And Briar. What's Briar doing?
I don't know. Just hanging out, sitting down. Probably, I have a little piccolo now. I forgot about that. I'll be playing my piccolo.
Havel will calmly kind of do a thinking pose. What the hell happened? What the hell happened?
I kept my promise.
And your promise was?
I did not touch him until he tried to escape. And then I kept my promise. His head flew.
Clean off.
Briar, you said that you would vouch for this?
I would.
Okay. I trust
Where
you,
we head
Thunar,
to next?
but you understand why we might question your truthfulness, I should say. I trust you, but I don't know. They will care. I don't care as much. Let me inform you on what's going on. Essentially, Thunar, Briar, Aegis is experimenting on people, specifically Ceruleans. And if you know anything about Ceruleans, we have one in our party. And that party member just so happens to be with Aegis right now.
Yep.
Yikes.
All the more
If you-
reason for us to waste no time here. Go find
Yeah,
him.
we should go.
If you want my opinion before the rest of everyone gets here, either way, killing him was the right decision.
I'm glad you agree.
I will go find the rest of the party.
Havel, who are you talking to? Did you find them?
I'm talking to Thunar, Briar, and a lifeless corpse
Tombstone.
towards the end of this alley.
I'm nowhere near the
Did I say Thunar? Forgive me.
Multiple times.
Sorry.
You said
sorry.
throughout this entire conversation.
Did I really?
Yes.
Yeah,
No
you
one
did.
corrected me?
It's okay.
No one
No,
corrected
I
me?
thought you
Because
did back to
We
it.
didn't want to
eventually.
break immersion for the moment. We knew
Okay,
what you were talking
okay.
about. We knew who you
Sorry,
were talking to.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's my bad. I don't know what. I had a mental lapse, I guess.
I didn't even notice.
Sorry.
It's just a tease. It's
Am I okay?
We're on
Sorry,
the
Colton
same
and Kurt are
wavelength
both very
because
handsome.
didn't
I
catch
totally
it.
understand.
My brain is
Evel's
just
suffering
fried,
from
I
brain
guess.
Damage.
That's okay.
It's okay. Apparently, this is a usual suspect. Me having brain damage.
I
Ethan
walk around the
Malik.
corner.
Shut your mouth.
I walk around the corner and I see a scene and I just go, oh.
Yo!
No,
Yo!
no.
What happened?
Where's this voice coming from? Like right behind me,
The
whispering in my ear.
sky.
I'll say from the other end. So they came in through through one end of the alleyway. This comes from the other end.
Tombstone will stand up and look over at Karu and said, I kept my promise.
Which was?
That I wouldn't touch him unless he tried to flee.
Just walks into the alleyway, slowly walking through. Walks straight past you to the body. Leans down and starts like looking at his binds. And he tried to run.
Are you calling me a liar?
Yes. How'd he break his binds?
Hit a piece of scrap from the alley.
A piece of scrap from the alley. Where is it?
Point. In a general direction, not at anything in specific.
And how do you fray it this badly, without you noticing first?
Shrug.
I know you'd be watching him like a hawk. Don't just shrug at me.
Shrug.
He gets up, walks up to him. You realize what you've done.
I know exactly what I did.
And you realize who you are, right?
I'm interested to see who exactly you do think I am, Karu.
I could kill you and you'd just come right back. So tell me.
Let's not play games, Karu.
He starts kind of walking, like, kind of more closer toward you. If you were eye level with him, he'd be getting in your face.
Yeah, I just look at him. I don't flinch. I don't move. I match his intensity back at him. Grip my jaw.
He squats down, gets to eye level with you. Did you murder him? Yes or no?
No.
He reaches into the ground, right, into his own shadow. And coming from the shadow on the wall, his arm comes out, grabs your shoulder, and pulls you to the wall. And you're going to continue to lie to me? As he gets closer. And you, while still holding Tombstone, looks over to Briar. I thought I gave you a very clear order.
I am not understanding right now what is happening.
Really? So he killed this man? Let me ask you a question. Did he break his binds?
As far as I'm aware,
Did you see him break the binds?
no. I stepped away for a while and I came back.
Roll deception.
Hold on a second.
Pretty intense second. You want to hurry up?
My heart is racing right now.
So it's mine.
That's actually scaring me.
Seth,
so
turn the
scared.
music up for
Seth,
me.
that is
Wait,
dominant
wait,
energy,
wait,
Seth.
wait,
Seth,
No.
I felt like I just got Kamedoned by Karu.
I'm so glad I'm not with you
Okay.
guys. I'm
I
just
don't think he's
walking
done with, I
around
don't think he's
willy-nilly
done
on
with you,
campus right
Tombstone.
now.
No, he's not. I'm starting to think of what to say.
Okay, 14.
Ooh, you may say
Really?
mad.
Wait, I do have lucky. Sorry, I was looking for lucky and I thought I didn't have it. Ignore that. Hold on. Yeah. 26.
Really?
Yes.
So you're saying
I did
the
not-
man made you have a good as eye as me. There's no way a rope can get that frayed with just slight movements back and forth. So you're telling me you saw this man moving his arms probably about 16 inches up and down, and you didn't notice a thing?
Karu,
Or were you not even looking?
I'm gonna be so honest with you. I was trying to be polite by saying I stepped away. It is my time of the month. I did have to go to the restroom. So I had to step away into the woods, obviously away from
Prove it.
Tombstone. I can prove it right now.
What?
When do you get off?
What?
So
I'm
let me tell
sorry.
you the way I see it. I see someone who used to work for Aegis allow
Oh,
someone who could have
no.
given us information about Aegis willingly get killed by someone who also wanted him dead. So tell me, who are you working for? Us or Aegis?
I definitely don't work for Aegis. I know little to nothing about what he does.
And
And
how am I supposed to believe that?
Is there any way I can break his grip on me?
You can certainly try.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably not, but I didn't get any kind of saving throw or anything. So, what do you want me to roll?
What is it to contest grapple? Strength?
Usually, you can do acrobatics or athletics.
All right,
Contest
then.
the grapple.
Acrobatics or athletics.
Everyone make a charisma
27?
15 save.
Everyone make a
rolled-
charisma. No!
I rolled.
Connor!
I rolled a natural one.
Oh, okay. I'm
So
good.
you try to move
The-
and he
the
just
plot-
his
yeah.
arm pulls back up through the shadow and slams you back against.
I need to clarify just the grapple rule.
Okay.
It's whoever's grappling, it's their athletics versus the escaper can use acrobatics or
Okay.
athletics.
Okay.
I mean, I'm still slammed
Yeah.
against the wall. I rolled a natural 1.
Or you're gonna have to say that again.
Everyone roll a charisma saving throw. Not +3.
Gosh.
I still
Oh,
rolled
you
a
casting
19.
Zone of Truth again?
Yeah.
Oh,
10.
13 for Karu.
I rolled a 12.
Fail.
Ooh, that's not good.
oh, buddy. Oh,
Briar.
I rolled a 22.
Bruh.
Bruh.
mm. Oh boy.
Karu.
Yes.
Oh, I say, what did he roll?
Oh, he rolled a 13.
Havel.
I rolled a 10 for the charisma check.
Gotcha. All good.
And he'll look at Tombstone. I'm not done with you yet. You can leave when I say so. If you're even able to walk after that.
Well, I'm done being pinned to the wall like some sort of child.
Does a child follow orders? Does a child do what they're told? No. So yes, you are a child. Sure, you may be hundreds of years old. Sure, you might have died multiple times. But deep inside, you are still a child because you stomp your feet when you don't get what you want. So sit back and remain quiet. Adults
funny.
are talking.
Because I'm not the one throwing a tantrum.
I'm not. You're not. I'm throwing a tantrum because we lost probably our greatest lead.
Our
Phelan-
latest lead for what?
Phelan is out there, probably about to die. And the only person who could have done anything to give us more information on where to find him, what he's going to do, and how to help him, you chopped the head off.
Right. The same person who, when we question him, has every ability to end us all right then and there.
If he wanted
That person.
if he wanted to end us all, if he could have ended us all, he would have.
Oh, he got damn close, that's for sure. Did you not see? You weren't there. You weren't there. Guess what, Karu? In our time of need, you weren't there. So, I don't want to be pinned to this wall anymore. Put me down. I'm not gonna run away.
He'll let go.
Tombstone will settle back and lean against the same wall he was pinned to. Now, if we want to talk this out like adults... Yes! I fucking killed him.
Carl will just kind of look at the body.
But I still kept my promise. You know what that promise is? Wasn't this... Oh, I won't touch him if he don't move. No, my promise was that I would protect my tribe. Guess what, Karu? You're not in it.
Carl will look at the body. Kind of look around at everyone around him. We need to find Phelan. And get up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I failed you all. And we'll leave. Then we'll start walking out of the alleyway. You're right. I wasn't there. And continue to walk.
He's right.
Can
Need
we
to find
change the
Phelan.
music?
Why?
It's stressing me out.
Oh no, the consequences of my actions.
Whew.
Do you have any questions you want to ask me while I can only tell the truth?
So many, but I can't think of any. All I can muster is why. And
Because I
know
love
why.
you, Thunar.
Tombstone, we all love you too. And it's hard. But another person we love is out there. And we gotta find him.
I know.
I hate that we have to do things we hate. Do you think I wanted to kill Mallard? Deep down, maybe. But I hated it.
Sometimes you gotta do things you hate, Thunar.
Yeah.
Neither this guy or Lord Malraux will ever hurt anyone again. There's only one permanent way to stop that.
Sometimes it's letting them live for another day that's the part we hate. I understand. And I know everything that we all do for each other is for each other's good. It's hard. The world is hard. It got better when I got a family with you guys, and then I got my home family. And for a moment, I looked up at the stars, and I thought, God, maybe it'd be easy to go on. So hard. We have to rely on each other. We have to keep going together. Because if we don't have all of us, we've got nothing.
Thunar.
Yeah.
I'm tired, Thunar.
I know. Come on.
Alright. Let's go.
We'll find you that rest. The quiet, permanent rest.
After we find Phelan.
Yep.
Find Phelan. It's fine, Phelan. Tombstone will turn away and like walk pretty quickly. Making an effort to hide the tears that are now starting to flow.
All right. So where do y'all go?
I don't know. Just the end of the
I
alleyway.
walk out of the corner of the alleyway and then I stop and go. I punch the wall and I go. Ah!
Is his
All right,
hand bleeding?
where do I go?
Is his
Probably.
hand bleeding from punching the wall? There's a arm on your back. Take your 1 hit point back. Karu.
Are you talking to Karu?
Yeah.
I was because he had already left.
Oh.
Karu's gone. We gotta
I know,
go.
we walked out the
either
alley. Is he just
find him-
gone?
Yeah, he's probably like walking very slowly, so you can easily catch up toward the college.
Okay, well, I'll catch up and just Let's just see. I know. This is harder now, but we still gotta do it for Phelan. And for all of the Ceruleans and everyone in the world, because we don't even know what this weapon does.
Alright. You're right. We gotta. Now's not the time. And he goes from looking down to looking up and then kind of stretching his
Everyone's-
shoulders a bit.
Everyone's looking out for each other.
Yeah,
Hard to know what's right all the time.
we are looking out for each other.
Looking out for you too.
Doing alright. Am I? Never mind.
Yes, Captain. You are still our captain. Just need you here.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't really feel like it. Let's head to the college. That's really our only lead.
All right.
As you all start heading that way. Ikley, you've been meandering around the college campus for a while.
What a change.
Oh yeah, and I'm not making it known I'm on this campus. My group is gonna have to remember me because right now they're just going to say Phelan. So I am doing my own thing.
I am here.
So you're
Yeah, it's all
going
about
around
Phelan.
doing your
Oh yeah,
thing.
he is definitely in danger.
High or low?
Low.
That's not low.
Well, I don't like you either. It'll
So
be okay.
walking around, right? You just kind of. Are you going anywhere specific, or are you just kind of wandering?
I mean, I was planning on just wandering, but
So you're just wandering around. You find yourself just kind of like passing and then kind of just making your rounds. So you find yourself at the entrance of the college again. You're like, oh, made my way back here. And as you
okay.
kind of look around, you see in the distance a group of people walking up.
Do
Everyone
I
else.
recognize these people?
You see a short, familiar-looking figure in the distance, standing near the entrance of the college.
I guess I'll wait there.
Ah. Look who it is. Ikley.
Yeah. Were you looking for me?
Y'all RP, I gotta go to the restroom real quick.
Of course.
When is Phelan turn? I just had to listen to all this emotional trauma. Can I just go
Girl,
set
me
something on
too.
fire now?
Girl, me too.
I'm itching to do something.
Yeah.
Or else I'm gonna
Okay.
cry.
We were looking for you in a manner of speaking. We gotta go find Phelan now. Do you
I see.
do you know where he is?
No, I
Great.
don't. But he would probably be somewhere with books and research, so let's start there.
Tell us, what have you and Itri been doing while we've been off out of town?
Well, he sliced and diced some bad people, and when we slept on top of a roof, pretended like it didn't happen.
Sounds like great fun.
Sin faked an injury, and we can't really find him, but I'm sure we'll find him soon.
Oh, that's not good.
He's
we-
somewhere around here. We just
we-
haven't found him yet.
But you can confirm that Sin is indeed alive.
Yeah, why? Or,
Because we have
well,
this
he
guy
was
here.
as of yesterday.
Hey, did Sen send us a message?
Um, I believe so, yes.
Ah.
Buddy, leave
Yesterday?
me out.
Yesterday?
That was the thing in the Phelan in trouble, please come back message.
Actually, I take that back. I don't think I knew that he sent it. I think he just said he was sending it because I think him and I were apart. So I'm not gonna say
Okay.
I know.
Fair enough.
Just to be fair. But yeah. So why are you guys like all frazzled looking for Phelan?
Had a rough
Oh.
couple of days.
He could very much die.
Oh? Why?
Aegis is definitely
Death.
evil.
Oh, okay, okay.
Of course, if
Okay.
he's anything like us, he won't die. He can't die.
100% confirmed since he told this guy
Is it
that he could take care of us if we got in his way.
isn't Agus a professor here? That was here, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, old guy, big long pointy white beard, that Aegis.
I mean, I was asking in person, but well, if it's that important to you guys, I guess we do need to go find him. So where do you want to start? If Agus is looking for him, then maybe we should start with his office because I did hear them talking about some spooky things the other day, and then we got in a whole scuffle. It was crazy, but we'll tell you about it later. But we can go find his office.
We need their secret hideout.
There's supposed to be a meeting tomorrow, I think, where everybody's supposed to be. I don't know if that would help.
I bet we could. They're not gonna do anything in broad daylight, right? So we could just kind
No,
of
but
charge.
everybody seems to be his follower.
Could just like charge in there and demand to see Phelan, and they would have to do it, right? Otherwise, they'd look very suspicious in the midst of the populace.
I feel like they don't have to say they have him.
Where else is he? This is where we left him.
Yeah, but no one else knows that. I think that's only us that knows that. Like, the campus doesn't know that. For all they know, we're just weirdos that showed up.
So we throw a big hissy fit, disrupt a few lectures, and they bring us Phelan.
You can try that.
I feel like breaking something right now, so
I turn towards Karu. And I say, just a nod towards him, just like this.
Well, before we begin breaking things, y'all have been here before. Where did Phelan go? I guess where did Agus take him, rather?
I haven't seen him since we skipped out on his dinner. Still feel bad about that. It looked really good.
You said there was an event happening?
Yes.
Do you know what type of event?
They said you kind of had to, well, this one that they were talking about, it was like kind of campus wide. There's another one happening. It's more private, but we didn't really get invited. And then I don't really know where that one's taking place.
But like, what are the events what are the events? What are they?
They just said to show up and that they can't really tell me until I think they're just talking about their research and what they've done. So I'm assuming it's
So an event.
whatever they brainwashed everybody with.
So an event talking about research.
I'm assuming it's research.
That could be it.
Something tells me this might be related to Phelan.
He might die tomorrow.
Yeah, that's why I suggested we go. Oh, show. Well, do you guys want to go, or
I think we should go. I also
Then
think
it's
we
settled.
should. He looks through at the party. Thunar, you're gonna be hard to hide as an elf. You should probably just stay as a Goliath. Havel, we
You
could
mean
probably
I
make it
passed
work for
perfectly
you.
fine as a cerulean earlier?
Barrera, you're already an elf. Looks at Tombstone and Ikley. Yeah, y'all are gonna be pretty much impossible.
oh, my tongue? What do you mean?
I say we just blend into the crowd. Also, this whole campus-wide event, we should probably get more information on that. Who told you about it?
Our friend that we met on our. Gosh dang it, what's her name?
You have a friend?
No, not my friend. I think it's Itri's friend. I don't know at this point. I don't know why she keeps showing up, but that's fine. It's good that we have her. Anyway, she told us about this event that we should be going to. I think it's supposed to have Aegis or at least his peers there, so definitely could get something useful out of that.
You know those guards that were like, are there guards like around the college, like similar to like how the guards were at the door for the where we barged in the first day? Like the guards that were guarding the door to the like council chambers or whatever.
Oh, that was the political, like
Are there
the.
guards like that around town?
Not in the college,
Dang
no.
it. I wonder if this guy's like one of those.
Oh, never mind.
Do I have I learned anything about this upcoming event?
Well, don't worry, Phelan.
Sure.
We'll get back to you. We'll get back to you. Before this
Okay,
end of the
okay.
session. I know you're probably quaking in your boots
Oh, good.
now.
You're good. You're good.
All
I'm
this
just kind of like,
death talk.
okay. Actually, I'm the one in danger here, guys.
Guys,
Oh yeah, Phelan, we'll get back to you when you're dead.
Maybe.
All right. So, I suggest we get in groups, try to figure out as much information about this event as we can. That'll help us inform our next decision. So you can choose what groups you break off into. Unless you want to do something completely different. And you can go get information.
So
While you oh, sorry.
where we're going, no, it's fine. Where we're going, this is like a building, I'm assuming. Are they like,
So it's like a college campus, so there's like multiple buildings around.
oh, we're just saying we're splitting off. Okay, I thought
Yeah,
we were already
splitting
at
up.
the building
No,
where
no,
they
no.
were doing their little meeting.
They,
Okay,
yeah, y'all have no clue where
where the meeting is.
the meeting or like what even the event is for the campus.
I'll go look around the building that I slept on personally just to see if that girl is anywhere around there.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Y'all can all decide and think about what you're gonna do, because we're going to Phelan. Phelan. So the next morning, right?
Yes.
Aegis, I guess, kind of meets you where you usually hang out in the morning. Good morning, Phelan.
Morning, Aegis.
Are you still wanting to leave a message or talk to your brother?
Yes, yes. I would definitely like to go see him real quick. Then I'll be happy to get ready to get started with work, I believe.
Yes, yes. Phelan. I'd like to make an act of goodwill.
Okay.
It's come to my attention that you might might not fully know, or you might have not have been told about what's happening recently. And, well, it's my fault. I apologize. Things got a little busy when you came back. But, well, you see, I'm sure you remember every year we have our, yearly research seminar.
Yes, of course.
Well, that's happening. It's actually starting tomorrow.
Oh, that's this week. I didn't realize that. Oh, well, fair enough.
I would like to show you something there.
Like, okay, you can show me now.
Well, yes, I actually have already begun making arrangements to start a day early today instead of tomorrow morning. I'm sure many people are going to yell at me, but I think this is important.
Okay.
And I want to show you that.
All right. Can we
Yes,
show
we'll,
me after we go speak? Yeah, we'll go speak with
yes,
Eleanor and then
indeed.
we'll look. All right. Yeah, absolutely.
And so he'll take you, and you two will walk through the facility, and then up those stairs. And as you walk up the stairs, you realize that still, kind of as you get up the stairs, it gets really dark. Can't really see. But you walk up the stairs, and you just keep walking, walking, walking until, sure enough, you see the light kind of come up from the top, and open the door, and you're at the lab. You're in the lab. And there, sure enough, Alinar is still studying and researching.
Yeah. As we're walking up, I'll ask him, so what is it that? Why are you gonna start a day early?
Well, I'm sure Alinar will be able to tell you that.
What? Okay.
And so
Fair
you
enough.
get to the top. Good morning, Alinar. Kind of like sets his pencil and stuff he was working on aside. Good morning, Aegis, and Phelan.
Hey man, just wanted to come and see you real quick before we got started working today.
Yeah, absolutely. How are things? How's the research?
It's going. We're making slow progress.
That's good. Slow progress is good progress.
Very true. Very true.
Phelan. Sorry, no, continue.
No, you're good. I was sure that I was about to ask a question you were probably going to answer anyways.
Alinar, due to unforeseen circumstances, it seems that the seminar will be beginning this afternoon. I know that might throw some wrench in things, but will you be ready? Alinar kind of like puts his head back, runs his hand through his hair. I mean, I've been ready for the past 3 weeks, but I can make it work. Good. Alinar, he turns to you. Phelan, I'd like you to, as a goodwill, I'd like you to attend your brother's presentation on his research.
Okay, well,
He's
I'd
presenting.
be happy to.
Well, he's now presenting this afternoon, and I'm sure you'd love to see it. I think it'll be very, very telling, and will tell you a lot about what we and me and my people are doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, what are you working on, Eleanor? What is it that you'll be presenting?
Oh, as he kind of gestures towards that little alchemy set. The stuff I've been talking to you about, actually. Potion, that tries to give people more magical powers.
Mhm.
I'm going to be presenting on that. I mean,
Oh,
obviously,
you're just.
obviously much more in depth with,
Mhm.
well, probably a whole blackboard of figures and equations and calculations, but yeah.
Okay. Say, Aegis, why's the timeline moving up? It's kind of unprecedented to move this up like this.
Well, I don't want this to wait any longer for you, Phelan. After our conversation last night, I realize this is something that needs to be done sooner rather than later.
Dude. Okay. Well, fair enough. Well, good luck, Eleanor. I'm sure that you'll need the time to prepare.
Excuse me, 1 minute. George!
Oh,
Oh, Ethan, get him.
Cat!
Sorry. I'm glad that didn't happen, while we were going through the whole stuff we were being get out of it.
Thank you. I heard George. I was like, wait, why is there an NPC named George? The cat, George.
Whoosh.
Continue.
If you'd have turned to like a second too late, you would have missed him because he was jumping off the counter. You'd have been like, "What are you guys talking about?"
He was there, I promise.
George?
Sorry. Well, pardon.
What are you doing now, rubbing up against my leg, you turd?
Pardon the interruption.
George, get out of here! I'm kidding. Sorry. Yeah. Well. Okay. Anything I should know ahead of time?
Eleanor kind of looks a little proud. Don't worry. I'll cover everything you need to know. Yes, Eleanor's been working on this for quite a while. I mean, you've probably noticed how much time he spent in the lab recently.
Yeah, I have. Can I roll? Can I roll an insight? Something seems off, but I
On
can't.
who?
Eleanor.
Okay,
'Cause
roll
I
it.
can't. Something. 19.
So are you trying to tell if he's lying? Like, what are you trying to discern here?
Not lying per se, but like, is he himself? Like, it doesn't sound like this is him. Like, this doesn't sound like him the way that he's. I don't know. I'm trying to see. Like, what's the way to describe it? Like, I don't know. Something's off about him. I guess lying is the best I can say, or
I say, as far
I
as you
tried
can,
so hard.
as far as you can
I'm trying.
tell. I mean, I can't tell you to shake off that. Oh, he's fine, or something's wrong.
Then
Here.
let me. Let's.
I'll say this: you have that.
Is there anything about his demeanor or anything that's out of the ordinary for him usually?
Not really. I mean, you can tell.
But not necessarily like face and stuff, but also but tone of voice and
body language. Oh, you can tell he's a little shocked and nervous about it being moved up so suddenly. But outside of that, even though you have this feeling that something's not right, looking at it, he's acting just like normal Eleanor.
Okay. Well, I look forward to it, and I'll walk up and I'll give Eleanor a hug.
He'll return it.
Congratulations. And as I'm doing that, I'd like to cast message
Okay.
to Eleanor and be. You're not telling me something. I'm just gonna, and with that,
and
he can respond or whatever.
Yeah, and then as you kind of separate from the hug, he looks at you really confused, like, what?
I'll cast message. I don't know. Something seems off about everything. Please be careful.
Well, Phelan, would you like to? Shall we get to some research while we wait for Eleanor to get ready?
Yes, of course. Good luck, Eleanor. I'll see you later.
And you too. Says looking really confused and concerned.
I'm just gonna I shake my head as I walk down the stairs. I'm struggling so hard. If there's anybody in here who's become a paranoid schizophrenic at this point, it's Phelan.
Definitely the paranoid part.
You're off. I don't know if you know it,
absolutely
but you're
paranoid.
off.
Aegis is a smart guy.
Everyone around campus, I'll for the sake of time, I'll just you hear word about the event, and you also hear word about it being moved up to this afternoon. In fact, it was settled to be the evening. They will have the opening kind of research presentation. done by none other than Alinar Null. And they'll be
That
kind of
seems rushed.
Yeah, Kari will say. It's definitely odd timing. But I think we need to. I think we should still attend. I say we lay low, stay in the back, and try to spot either Aegis or anyone else we recognize as part of the Fulcrum. Looks to the rest of the party. What say you?
Sure.
Whatever the best course of action is to get to Phelan in time.
If there's research, Phelan will be there.
Yeah, that's true. It is also his brother.
Yeah, anybody else find that whole Phelan Alinar relationship a little weird?
I know, he didn't tell me he had another brother.
Like, oddly, like his little brother is like oddly loved. Like they're like, but Alinar doesn't really like it that much. But Phelan dotes on him all the time. Like it was something's going on there.
He dote on me when I'm not around.
Phelan dotes on you, Dunar?
I don't know, does he?
I don't know if I've ever seen Phelan like baby you like a little child.
You're right. I am the older one. I baby him.
Maybe it's because Phelan's father's not around.
Jesus. That can be hard.
Is sure ain't do it, huh?
You know, it felt like he has to roleplay a dad.
All right. Well,
Oh, I had never thought of that.
let's head to the I guess let's start heading to where this presentation will be.
Tell me, what are your deepest thoughts of me then? On the way.
I was just trying to make a joke to lighten the mood, Dunar. not actually trying to be serious here. I'm gonna go hide in a dark corner. I'll see you later.
Not again. No, you
Waylon
can go
says
hide
too
in the dark
soon.
corner.
Too soon.
Oh, okay. No, come on, we gotta go find him. He's not hiding in a dark corner. You can't read in a dark corner.
I just meant them to be less suspicious than I usually am. Anybody got any wizard robes they could lend me?
You know, there was a time I had a painting we could all hide in.
I think I have a spare cloak. I think.
You have spare
My
cloak?
size?
Not your size.
No.
I think I have one.
If Ikley has a spare cloak, I'd like the Dawn said spare cloak and like do like the hood, the full like Kermit the Frog hood up and like
Well,
hands
I had
Are
one
you
to begin
sniffing the
with,
hood?
but then I got a super cool one, so I don't know if
the hood covers my eyes and just
I
like
can-
my nostrils.
I think
peeking
I
out.
remember. Yeah, I think you have I'll say you have an extra cloak.
I think I have a
'Cause I do
regular one. I give
remember-
him my
Are you sniffing the
regular
hood?
one.
Yeah, because you had
I
the really
keep
nice
my
one.
cool one.
Yeah.
I remember because Zalgrim has a matching cool cloak.
Yeah.
Oh god.
We both bought cloaks.
She bought them both. I would like to
I
clear
did.
because she's rich.
I stole you guys' money a long, long time ago.
It's a nice cloak.
Thanks. It was a gift. From myself.
Treat yourself.
All right.
Oh, I did.
Phelan,
Mm-hmm.
as you continue research during the day, I say rather finish up because it's almost time for the presentation. Aegis will walk over to you. All right. Well, Phelan, it's about that time.
Yes, it is.
Let's wrap things up here as he kind of closes y'all's work, and let's head to your brother's amazing presentation.
Yes, of course, yes. I'm quite looking forward to it.
And as y'all are walking through the facility and up the stairs, you know,
Out of character real quick before we start getting into this again and start getting serious. If you're trying to like just make me doubt everything, you're doing a really freaking good job of it, Seth. Like, oh my freaking gosh. Okay, sorry, continue. I just had to let you know that.
Phelan, your brother. I'm really looking forward to this. He's a very, very talented young man.
Well,
He's got a lot of promise.
I agree with you. I'm glad that he's making use of his abilities.
Yes.
Although I'm surprised that he came to the college. I never thought that he would be one for the scholarly works up here. But
Well, he is your brother.
you make a good point. I guess we're a little bit more alike than I thought.
Yeah, same upbringing, same interests, same blood.
Perfect guinea pig.
That was really weird.
Same blood.
Like I said, he has a lot of promise.
I'm just gonna
Do you walk into
make
the
you be very
laboratory?
uncomfortable.
Alanar's
I'm
no
going
longer there?
to
He's too happy with
just check out my stuff really quick.
music. He's checking his spells. Frick! He said a weird
I am
thing.
checking my spells. So anyways, I'm just gonna have
Phelan,
just ready, not just ready to cast a spell as quick as possible should I need to.
okay. And so as you exit the laboratory and start walking across campus toward the building, you realize crowds of people are now kind of coming in to view the presentation.
Mhm.
Phelan,
Also, the spell I'm preparing just in case is mirror image. Is what I have in the background
good
ready.
choice. Good choice.
Mhm.
Did you think at all about my question, my statement the other night?
Which one?
About the last time you helped the Jaded Wilds?
I have given it some thought.
I will not ask it again, nor will I ask for an answer. All I will say is, well, if you help me, the work you're doing right now, it can not only help Ninasara, but it could also help the Jaded Wilds, and more importantly, help Ceruleans.
Cerulean. What are you talking about?
All I'm saying is, we can change a lot.
What do you mean? In what ways can we change anything?
Well, I'll let your brother describe that.
Aegis, you said he wasn't involved.
He's not. That is something that's not a lie. He has no clue of the shards or anything of it.
But you have him researching Ceruleans.
No. I'm having him research something that could help Ceruleans.
What do we need help with, Aegis?
There's a lot you don't know yet, Phelan.
It's about
And
time you
to-
start enlightening me.
Well, if I start to enlighten you now, as you kind of like walk into the building, I'm afraid we'd miss your brother's presentation.
We'll
As-
speak about this afterwards, Aegis.
Yes, yes.
That's not an option.
I
If you want
understand.
me to stay here and help you.
I understand. As you walk into the kind of main auditorium area, down in the front, there's a front row. Most of it's cleared. On the front row, the people who are sitting there, you recognize a lot of them as being people from the Fulcrum. As Aegis takes a seat and kind of gestures you to sit next to him.
Actually, I change it as we're walking through here. I prepare counterspell.
Ooh, interesting. And so he kind of gestures you to sit down. And everyone, the rest of the party,
No.
from across the auditorium, you see Phelan and Aegis walk in and sit down as the hum of chatter fills this large auditorium, probably seating upwards of 200-300 people, as there's a kind of clacking noise of wood against the wood, as Alinar is seen kind of with a wooden pointer with a large backboard behind him filled with different writings and figures and whatnot, just data, as he's kind of clacking it against the side, trying to get everyone's attention as the room comes to a hush. You see Alinar, a little nervous. Thank you for coming, everyone. I will now begin my presentation on what we've called the Potion of Magic, and how it can help people like me grow better in magic and our abilities. And as everyone looks on, he walks over, points to his first diagram, and begins his presentation. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
No. It's only 10:22.
It's 11:30.
Frick you! It's tomorrow Saturday.
Bruh, my